What is up everyone, Barricade here, and I'm bringing you guys a little discussion video about Gears of War. Epic actually stated something very interesting the other day, and I thought it'd be something worth discussing about. Um, if you were getting like freaked out about the title, in the video where, I said no Gears for 10 years or anything, don't worry, they're still making Gears of War for the Xbox One. You'll get what I mean, what I meant by the title in a second. But basically what happened was, if you don't know this already, Epic sold the rights of Gears of War to Microsoft, and now it's being, basically under Microsoft, and it's being any future Gears of War games are going to be developed by Black Tusk Studios under Microsoft, and it's basically a new studio. And the great thing is that it's going to be run by Rod Fergusson. Rod Fergusson is going to be the main developer of the new Gears of War games. And if you don't know who he is, he's basically one of the original main creators of Gears of War. So it's great that even though it's not Epic, it still has one of the original main creators. And but anyways, what the Epic stated that was actually very interesting, very crazy to hear, is Epic basically said that if it wasn't for Black Tusk Studios taking, over Gears of War, they were not going to make another Gears for like a decade. They weren't going to make another Gears of War game for over 10 years, or 10 years, or over 10 years. So in other words, thanks to Judgment, in my opinion, that basically means that after Judgment, the failure that was Judgment, they basically weren't going to make another Gears of War. They were done with Gears. Epic was done with Gears either way. And they weren't going to make another Gears of War game. And the only reason why they were going to wait 10 years is probably because they're going to reboot it. They're probably going to reboot it on the whatever Xbox is going to be at that time, in 10 years from now. And they basically weren't going to make another Gears of War ever until that time. And the thing that's really crazy about it is it really shows the consequences of Gears of War Judgment. They were really going to not make another Gears of War game after it. They were done, and and honestly, in my opinion, it is because of Judgment. They were going to stop making it because of Judgment. Because if Gears of War Judgment was successful, and they made a lot of money, and a bunch of people played it, and it was a super popular game, they wouldn't be doing that. And what would be the point of that if Gears of War was super successful, Judgment was super successful? And the fact that it wasn't basically made Epic give up on Gears of War, and they weren't gonna make another Gears of War until like 10 years, which, like I said already, would have most likely been a reboot. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Why would they wait 10 years if it wasn't like a reboot of some sort? So it's really crazy to hear this, because it really makes sense. You know what I mean? Because they weren't gonna keep going with the series that they didn't really know how to run. I've had a few people kind of like discuss or even argue with me on a few of my videos where I stated that I'm happy about Black Tusk Studios taking over Gears of War. And I've had a few people say, "Oh no, it should be Epic. Epic made Gears. They should keep making Gears. Judgment shouldn't be the reason why they stopped making Gears." But here's the reason why I believe that Black Tusk Studios will do a better job. I've had a few people get mad at me because I said that Black Tusk Studios will do a better job than Epic now. It's not because I think that a new developer will do better, but it's because of the simple fact that all the original developers from Epic Games, well, not all the original developers, but all the original main people of Gears of War, which were Rod Fergusson, Cliff Bleszinski, and freaking Lee Perry, they were the main people behind Gears of War. And like, without them there, Epic didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do without them. Those three guys made Gears of War what it was. And without them, they just kind of crashed and burned, and Judgment was proof of that. And the reason why I'm really happy about Black Tusk Studios having Rod Fergusson is simply because he's one of the original people behind Gears that helped made it what it was. And without him there, him leaving is one of the reasons why Judgment was so terrible, alongside, Cliff Bleszinski and Lee Perry. And without them three, it just, like I said, crashed and burned. But with Black Tusk Studios having Rod Fergusson, is better than what Epic is now, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Epic sucks now. I'm not saying Epic didn't, what it is simply the fact that without the three main guys, it isn't as good as another studio having one of the original guys, is what I'm saying. That's the reason why I'm really excited that Rod Fergusson is with Black Tusk Studios. I think he will do a better job with them than what Epic did without all three of them. That's what, that's my main look on it. Like, that's how I see it. And, I'm really looking forward to it. I really think Rod Fergusson will help make the new Gears of War good. And I'm really looking forward to, seeing a next gen Gears of War on the Xbox One. And I'm really glad that Black Tusk took over simply because of what Epic said now. It really, really shows that they were done. They were done with Gears of War. They weren't going to make another one. They probably weren't going to make another one until like a reboot of something. And they were just done after Judgment. They didn't know what to do. And this statement proves that. I'm really happy that Black Tusk Studios has Rod Fergusson and that they're just going to keep making Gears instead of waiting 10 years. But anyways, guys, tell me what you guys think. Are you guys happy that Black Tusk Studios has Rod Fergusson, that they're going to keep making Gears? Do you think they should have waited another 10 years for a reboot or something? Do you think Gears is over or done with anyways, either way? But anyways, guys, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.